You need to.
Would they let me?
I think so.
I could go to IKEA and buy some, but I just, it's such like it's like going to Disney World.
I understand. Also, they're so flimsy. So if you could order something a little more sturdy, that would be good. Maybe everyone needs stools.
It's cozy.
It is. It's nice.
All right, my friends. So last week, I remember I kind of gave you this book. We kind of talked about the characters, what type of book it is. Who can tell me what genre this is? Captain Amos and the Spider. As you're reading, what genre would it be? What type of book is this?
Fiction.
It's a fiction book because what makes this a fiction book?
Because the animals are talking.
Yeah, can animals talk in real life? No.
And also animals don't wear clothes.
Animals don't wear, well, some animals, just kidding. Periwinkle might wear clothes here and there, but you're right. Animals aren't going to dress themselves up and go like on an adventure. That would make sense. Good. So as we're reading, because this is a fiction book, and we like to call this fantasy because the animals are talking and they're wearing real like people clothes and going on like real people adventures, they're kind of like people, aren't they? Yeah, they kind of feel like people. And when characters remind us and of people, we can oftentimes figure out how are these characters feeling, right? And what are their traits? So what type of person or character is this? So as we were reading, we were kind of talking, or last week we talked about quickly the book, but today we're going to really analyze and look at a character, okay? So let's go ahead and read the target together. I can infer
I can infer
a character's traits
a character's traits
by noticing what the characters say
by noticing what the characters say
and what they do.
and what they do.
Beautiful. So let's go ahead and read our success criteria because I'm going to send you on a little adventure and you're going to have to look at some pages. We'll look at pages together and we're really going to try to figure out what type of character is this. And we're going to be really focusing on Captain Amos today. Who are we focusing on?
Captain Amos.
Can you point to him on the cover of the story? Who is Captain Amos? Perfect. Who can tell me a little bit about him really quickly? What do we know about him already? He's driving the boat, which would make him the captain. So a captain drives a boat. What else about him? Okay, we're going to figure out more about him in a second. Let's look at our success criteria because this is how we're going to really try to figure out what type of character Captain Amos is, okay? So first we're going to identify the most important character. So together, first, identify the most important character.
Identify the most important character.
Two,
2.
notice what they say
Notice what they say
and do.
and do.
So this would be like their behavior. Like what do they keep doing and saying? So the patterns we notice in their personalities. 3,
3.
what does this show me about this character?
What does this show me about this character?
And then 4, which says 3, find the part
Find the part
of the story
of the story
that shows you this.
that shows you this.
This is going to be the easy one today because you're already going to kind of be at that part, okay? So we're really going to talk about our friend Captain Amos, okay? So I want you guys to go ahead and I want you to turn to page 2. Turn to page 2. And I'm going to turn there with you. So looking at the pictures, right, in this, they're going on
Adventure
they're going on an adventure. How are they going on their adventure, Christian?
by driving the boat.
Yeah, they're driving a boat. They're going on the boat with who? Who's driving the boat?
Captain Amos.
Good. And what do we notice about all of the people going on the boat?
They look a little bit worried
They look worried,
and terrified
maybe terrified. Why do they look so worried and terrified?
because the spider's riding the boat.
The spider is riding the boat. And right here on that last, see how the first paragraph, here's the second paragraph, that second chunk? It says, one day a giant spider bought a ticket to ride the boat. This spider was so enormous that the other passengers were afraid to ride with her. Why were they afraid to ride with her? Because she was so big, right? And looking at Captain Amos, does he look terrified too? No, we don't know. Let's read page 3, okay? So go ahead and read page 3. Let's see, who would like to read it for me? Anthony? Go ahead, honey.
All the boat cried Captain Amos,
Mm-hmm.
but the only passenger who got on the boat was the spider. Oh my, Captain Amos, thought he
That's a tricky word. Trembled. Do you guys know what trembled means? Have you ever been so scared that you might tremble? So everyone kind of shake your hands a little bit. If you're ever trembled or really scared of something, that means you almost start to shake and you're like, you know what I mean? Have you ever felt like that before? Once, maybe? Okay. So he's trembling. So it says he trembled as he took the spider's ticket. How do we think Captain Amos feels now? Hello! Welcome back! You in Mexico? I'm so excited to see you. We've missed you. Alright, welcome back, girl. You can go ahead and go check in with your crew to see what you're supposed to be doing. I'm excited that you're here. You can just throw away your teddy bear. So he's trembling. He's scared, right? Is that what he's saying? Oh my, and then what he's doing is he's trembling. So how does he feel? Christian, how does he feel at this point? He feels fine? He said, oh my, and he's what? He's what? He's trembling. So would you feel fine if you were trembling? How do you think he feels? Probably a little bit scared. Good. All right, so when we're looking for character traits, it's a lot of work because we have to look in patterns and what the character says and what the character does, right? So let's go ahead. I want you to turn to page 14. Okay, I will read this part for you, okay? So it says, Captain Amos looked at the spider's long fangs and shuddered. Do you guys know what shuddered means? Maybe shaking again, like another, what did he say? Captain used long fangs and he shuddered, right? So he's obviously showing us lots of patterns of what? Kind of shaking and being a little scared, maybe. So I'll keep reading. But he couldn't get the leaf by himself. That would be quite helpful, he said. Together, the spider and the captain pulled the leaf off the tree. Then the spider gave Captain Amos a ride down on her thread. Hooray, cried the insects when they saw the new leaf. We're going to go back to this first part and talk about what it means to shudder, right? When you're shuddering, it's like a way to be scared again, almost like that trembling piece. So what's another pattern we're noticing about him? How does he feel in this part? Scared. Was he scared in the beginning? Is he scared kind of towards the end? So thinking about him and his personality, what kind of character would he say he is? What's that? He's trustful. What makes you think he's trustful or he trusts people? He's trusting the big spider even though the big spider is what?
Helping him.
He's helping him, but what about the big spider? He is helping him. That's really good. Even if he's big and scary. He was kind of scared of the spider, wasn't he? And coming back to what Anthony's saying is that he really trusts the spider even though he's very big and scary. So thinking deeply about that, what type of character would we say Captain Amos is? Even though he's scared of the spider, what type of character would he be? Trustful. So I don't know if trustful would be an actual word. Let me go. I wonder if I have it. I might. Oh, I did. We're going to use that character traits. All right, so right off the bat, what type of character, looking at the kind of first grady words, is he a nice character?
Yeah.
Yeah, how come? How come he's nice, Christian?
The spider ready?
He ride the boat even though the spider was what?
Giant.
And scary, kind of, right? And he was kind of scared of him. So he still kind of helps him, right? So let's see. Can anyone think of, looking at our, I know we visited this so many times, almost like, what kind of character would we say he is? Captain Amos, what is his personality like? Or one of the ways, what about his personality? Is he mean?
No.
No, he may be scared, but does he still help him? Yeah, so we wouldn't go here. Is he a sad character?
No.
No. What about a positive character?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, because positive is like a good thing, right? And right off the bat, I'm coming down to a word right here, which is trustworthy. So he trusts people. That's kind of like what you're saying with trustful, right? Everyone say trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
So trustful is not really a word, but I think a good word that we could replace that is trustworthy. And Anthony, I'm hearing you say that he's trustworthy because
Is trusting the spider.
he's trusting the spider, even though the spider is
Big.
big, right? Okay. And maybe he could do something like that to him, but did he? No, because he like trusts him. And trustworthy too could mean like that I could tell all my secrets to Donna and I would trust that she wouldn't go tell a bunch of people. All right, so that we could use that because I know that that's a word you've been sticking to. I would also say, do you have any ideas there, Donna? No? What about you, Christian? No? Thoughtful character. So thoughtful is when you kind of think about what you're doing and you make sure like you put a lot of thought into something. I know when I was looking at this, I almost thought that he was kind of like a nervous character at first, but then I started to realize that he was a very dependable. Do you guys know what dependable means?
I think independent.
Independent? Kind of. I like how you're using the word independent, but dependable means that you can almost trust somebody and that they're going to get it done. All right? So, is Captain Amos still taking the ship to where it needs to go?
Yeah.
Even though, like, some things kind of happened, right? All right, good. So, I really am very proud we kind of worked through this. I know that next time I think we're going to talk more about the spider because I'm going to put that more on you guys, okay? So I know a lot of today we kind of worked on it together, and we're going to start to think about what type of character, what type of personality traits does the spider have, okay? Because we already know that Captain Amos is trustworthy, he's dependable, right? And then we'll start to talk about the spider, all right? So you guys are going to take that and keep reading it, and this time who are you going to start to think about? The spider.